Alright, bulk day 36, legs. And today's gonna be more of a hamstring focused day, but hopefully we can kill it. I love bodybuilding so much. Bodybuilding is such a cool sport. You get to go in there every day, you know, put in the max amount of effort, and it's always how much effort you put in is what you're gonna get out of it. So if you're just going in there, you're just kinda not really hitting the sets, you're just kinda going through the motions, well, what's gonna happen? You're gonna stay the same. But if you actually go in there, put forth all the effort you have, and have that vision in your mind that you're actually gonna kill that body part that you're working, it's gonna happen. If you put in the effort, you're gonna get the results. It's pretty straightforward with lifting. And I also love that you don't have to focus on like other people. Like it's not a team sport. Not that team sports are bad, but it's all on you. Like you get to decide how you build your body or your team, if you want to compare it. You could decide what drills you do, what lifts, all that. You can decide how conditioned you want to be. I think it's really cool in that like aspect, you know. That's why I adore bodybuilding or lifting. I mean, you can call it a sport or not, but I mean, it's a sport, but it just depends on what type of level you're doing it at. I mean, what is a bodybuilder, you know? Is it someone who just goes every day and, you know, builds their body? Or is a bodybuilder someone who goes on stage and competes? I mean, you have to kind of, what's the definition, you know? But that's definitely why I love bodybuilding so much. I mean, I used to play football, and lifting, of course, was part of football. It is part of football. But I mean, I didn't really like the whole football part of football, you know? I mean, football's, don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's something to do, like, it's a fun thing, but I love the gym, man. I mean, it was the preparation up to the field that I loved. I mean, most people say, oh, that's the hard part of the gym, that's the sucky part. I just don't get it. I mean, that's where I see the most consistent progress and the most fun. It's you can put your mind down, focus on just what you're working, and you know what you put in it is what you're gonna get out of it. So that's what I always loved. It was just super cool to me to see the scale going up of your lifts and your weight going up, and then you know you get it to a certain point, and then you change it up, you go cut, and then you get to see all that work that you put in once you cut off all that fat. I always thought that was super cool, but nothing's ever come close to me than lifting weights for a hobby or something. I did like snowmobiling, that was pretty cool, but if I had to choose snowmobiling or lifting weights, man, I'm gonna choose lifting weights every day. Give me a day just to lift weights and better myself and clear my mind and just know I got better. That's the fun day for me. I love it. I mean, freaking, I wake up and I breathe the shit, man. This is the best part of my day. And I mean, it wasn't always like that. I mean, it wasn't like I started lifting saying, oh, I love this stuff. It's just something I learned, something I came to love over the, you know, countless hours, whatever, of working hard. It's just, it's a cool thing. It's a really cool thing. But today I want to focus on, for my hamstrings, is definitely keeping my butt down. Because I feel like a lot of people, including me, when the reps get harder, or maybe even at the start, people tend to lift their butt or start using some of their butt or their back in the set, and that's just not what you're really looking for when you're hitting hamstrings, obviously. So if I can just focus on the curl of my leg and making sure all the weight is just on my hamstrings. I'm not using my body too much, unless if it's like close to the end of the set and you're just kind of getting pump reps. You're still working it, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of magic when you can only, when you're specifically only work in that target area and you get off the machine like, oh, my freaking only thing that's touched is my hamstrings or whatever muscle you're working. So I definitely want to focus on that this lift, and I'm going to be doing some Smith machine RDLs. Yeah, I see a lot of people when they do them, they go like basically touching the ground with the bar and then up. But I don't know if it's a build thing, but my old trainer when I was doing football, he kind of taught me only to go a little bit below the bottom of your knee, and that's right about where you need to be. I think I don't think you really need to go all the way down. I think you can get a better pump, more reps, and still get the same contraction if you only go a little bit below your knee. And that might just be a height thing also, because I'm a taller person, but I mean, try it out. I see a lot more gain from that than going all the way down. I feel like you start to work other things when you go all the way down, like your lower back, maybe even your butt. Yeah, your butt a little bit more. You start to work your glutes a little bit more, so definitely gonna not go all the way down, just to the knee, and that's why I do it. So today's lift's not gonna be anything crazy, but I'm really gonna focus on those sets that I do, them being really really intense, perfect form for those 8 reps, because once you get past about the 8 reps, you kind of just trying to kill the muscle at that point. I mean, you already got those good squeeze and fatigued your muscles, so why not just use a couple ugly reps and, you know, really kill it. And I mean, like, do a couple more ugly reps. I don't mean like freaking flailing, like make it look outrageous and stupid, but you know, not every rep has to be perfect. You can have those reps where they're a little bit nasty, and yeah, you're gonna gain from it. So that's it for the car talk, the pre-gym car talk for today. Super thrilled to go hit hamstrings. I love hamstrings, so see you guys in the gym. right, so that's the end of my hamstring day. And honestly, great lift. Like, I think everything went right that lift. I mean, I'm gonna rate it about 9 out of 10 just because I felt really fresh. My muscles wasn't sore. My reps were pretty clean. I had a good hold at the top. I think I hit my RPE about perfect. So that's definitely up for today. Good lift. And now I'm on my way home. I got a haircut at 4:30. I think it's like almost 3:30. So I kind of have to hurry because I have to hop in the shower, eat, and all of that. So kind of in a rush, but that's okay. I think it's very important that you keep yourself well maintained and groomed, because I think it impacts your overall mood. Because I know when I shave and I'm looking fresh, I feel confident, and I think that definitely impacts how your lift goes. You feel good, you lift good, you know? It just makes sense. So very important to keep yourself well groomed so you're fresh. But I definitely improved on my RDLs today. I saw a difference because instead of just like keeping my butt in front of me, I definitely shoved it back, and that doesn't mean it's gonna work your glutes. That just means it's gonna actually engage your hamstrings more because you're pushing it out and it's allowing the stretch to actually happen, rather than just a deadlift and just picking it straight up. And then I also changed my momentum, so on the way up I kind of exploded a little bit more and like squeezed my hamstrings, which that's another flaw I have. I'm not really squeezing on some of the lifts as I should on legs. Like on my leg curls I squeeze very hard, but I felt like hamstrings, RDLs were definitely missing that squeeze at the top. So that's a big improvement. Definitely getting better in that category. But just from my pump pictures, man, my hamstrings are freaking pumped. That's how you know you had a good workout. I mean, they're looking freaking meaty, and that's really good. My quads and all that weren't worked, like they weren't pumped, so that's a sign of hitting the correct muscles, even though it's pretty hard to hit other muscles when you're training hamstrings because it's the back of your leg. I mean, it's pretty hard to mess up, but big ups for this lift. So I also caught myself taking way too much rest time in between my sets, but mainly when I'm like transferring over to another movement, I'm taking way too long, and that's giving me too much rest time. And I think there's definitely a middle ground for rest. It's better to take more time than less time, because if your muscles aren't recovered, you're not going to get as many reps, equaling not as good of a pump, unless that's like the objective of that set or whatever you're doing. So I found myself taking way too much rest time, so I set a timer in between the lifts, like transferring over to a different one, and that definitely helped me out. It reduced my time in the gym a lot. But today was a short lift anyways. It was probably about 30 to 45 minutes, and I'm gonna say 30 because that was really short. And you know, not always an hour and a half lift gets you the most gains, you know? I mean, especially for hamstrings, because they're kind of like, it's kind of like chest. You don't really have to do too many different movements to actually get the job done. So yeah, that's another positive of today's lift, getting better. So very big things. And I don't know, but today I'm in a good mood. You can probably tell just by how I sound and how I'm talking, but that impacts your lift a lot. So I can definitely tell from my mood I am doing a lot better in my lifting. And you're not gonna always have those good mood days. You're gonna be in a bad mood, but I feel like if you can get your mood up, or just kind of think about more of the positives that's happening in your lives rather than just focusing on the negatives, you can uplift yourself. And come to realize that's very important. Don't always just focus on the bad things, how you didn't want to go to work. More of focus on how you went to work, you showed up and you made money, you know? Just little things like those all add up to you know, being mentally stable, having a good lift, and so on and so forth. But time for me to shower, haircut, and then I probably have work tomorrow, so get a good night's sleep, probably in bed, filming off, and that's going to TikTok by like 10 o'clock. And then go on from there. Tomorrow's going to be chest day, so you know it's going to be a good day. And that's about it, so see you guys tomorrow.